Guess who's on the cover of Vogue Scandinavia's first edition? It's climate activist Greta Thunberg. And usually when you see these kind of fashion covers, the celebrity who's posing will give a big shout out to the fashion designers, to the photographers, will usher in a new fashion statement. In the case of Greta, however, she's done this to spread awareness on something called fast fashion. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what fast fashion is. Well, essentially, fast fashion is the mass production of trendy clothes. It's cheap and of course it can totally be changed to whatever is trending in the moment. It's easily wearable, it's durable, all of that. So that's why it's so popular. Now, advertisers very often say that fast fashion is something that, people buy in huge quantity, and I'm sure all of us are guilty of it one way or another. The trendiest of clothes available at a reasonable price, we tend to stock up our wardrobes with that. Now, there is a downside to fast fashion, and that is that it has a huge impact on our environment. The reason for this is that in fast fashion, cotton is more and more being replaced by synthetic fiber, which is harmful to the environment. It's a pollutant essentially. Using of synthetic fiber is something that benefits the chemical industry because they're also eager to expand. So much so that right now the chemical industry is the second largest polluting industry after the oil industry. Fast fashion accounts for 10% of the carbon emissions currently in the world, and that tells you how big a problem this is, and perhaps our shopping is what contributes to that major cause of pollution. Besides this, there are a number of reports and videos that talk about the exploitation of overseas workers by these companies to ensure mass production and that the trendiest of outfits are put out at the fastest possible time. So will that ever change? Will awareness help? Especially with fast fashion being so easily available with online shopping. Even fast fashion retailers, I'm talking about places like H&M, Zara, Topshop, where we all go and buy in bulk, all of them have taken over high street fashion events, so they've become incredibly popular world over. So the profits of these retail chains are growing and hugely and significantly at that, but at the same time that comes at a cost to the environment. So is there something that can be done about this? Besides us doing our bit as shoppers, is there something possibly like green fast fashion? The answer is yes and no. Companies say they can do something about it. Many of these retail companies are starting what they call as sustainable fashion as well, trying to do their bit to bring down the pollutants also that this fast fashion is causing. They have ethical fashion initiatives such as in-store recycling. I'm sure you'd have seen it as well. Many of these retail chains now have the option of us going ahead and dropping off our old clothes. They say that this will then be recycled so that it's reused and then your pollutants come down. Now, despite all of us trying to do our bit and perhaps give back some of our old clothes so that, clothes can be recycled, it accounts for only 0.1% of all clothing that's collected by charities as well as take-back programs, which is recycled into new textile fiber. So it doesn't really account for much, and the pollution is still very much happening. So the next time you visit any of these big retail chains, so that you can stay in trend and in vogue, keep in mind the cost of it. Keep in mind what it's costing the environment and how it's impacting negatively our future. Fast fashion may be trendy, but it's definitely something that comes at a price.